Howdy, this is Ranger, self-appointed Waterparks correspondent for In the Loop. It's the home of rolling sand dunes on the beach. The home of epic spring break parties like you have never seen in your entire life. It's South Padre Island. Maybe someday I'll come back and make a video of the spring break scene, but today we're here to check out Schlitterbahn Beach Resort. This is a resort map. You can see the main water park entrance right here. All of the rides, or at least most of the outdoor rides anyway, are connected by this long river. Very, very cool. So there's also an indoor section that's open year-round, I believe, and a hotel attached to it. Also some restaurants on site here. Here are the locker prices. These are the same size lockers as the ones at the new Braunfels Schlitterbahn. They are a little bit cheaper though, which is good. We'll start the tour at Rio Beach. This is the main entry to the River Adventura, which is the pathway that connects most of the major rides through the waterway. And the sandcastle, the iconic sandcastle, is the centerpiece of the park. There's a bucket here, dumps water through the guests in the water playground area.
A day at a typical water park includes exhausting walks up many flights of stairs to ride a single slide. After a short-lived splash, you're forced out of the water and back out into the heat. A solution to both of these problems was built into the initial design of this park, allowing riders to both stay in the water and avoid the stairs. Your journey begins at Rio Beach, where you grab your inner tube, either single or double. Next, a conveyor takes you up to the higher elevation where the slides start. Taking the stairs is also an option. There used to be a neat lock system right here that takes the tubers up the incline, but it appears to have been taken out many years ago. At the top of the conveyor, your experience becomes a choose-your-own-adventure, as the entrances to the slides are all attached directly to the river. At the entrance to each attraction is a shaded queue of still water. You can continue to sit in your tube during the wait, or if there's no line, and walking to the start of the slide will save you time and energy. This is Gale Force, the first attraction you have the option to enter on your journey down the river. It is one of 4 water coasters at the park, which I believe to be a record number. It seems to have the longest lines of the slides, which could be due to it being the first option on the route. As you see here, the slide exits directly back into River Adventura and continues downstream. After some falls and rapids, you end up back at Rio Beach, ready to start back up the conveyor and choose your next adventure. Overall, the river fully connects to 3 water coasters and 3 tube chute rides. The second water coaster encountered on the loop is Storm Chaser. This one is the most intense and is my favorite. I believe it is also the longest of the 4 water coasters. Sea Blaster is another water coaster. It has many drops and uphill climbs, but is pedestrian compared with the other water coasters. Pirate's Plunge is a tube chute, which has an entrance located adjacent to the Sea Blaster. A series of small dips and turns takes tubers down the slope and drops them back into Rio Adventura. A second tube chute is located across from Gale Force and is called Agua Blanca tube chute. This slide is not particularly thrilling, but it is the fastest route to get back to the conveyor. If you simply bypass all of the attraction entrances, you will be sent down a lengthy tube chute ride, similar to the ones at the new Braunfels Schlitterbahn Park. The currents and rapids are stronger on this than the Pirate's Plunge or Agua Blanca ride. The way this park is organized makes for an incredibly relaxing day of splashing and soaking in the sun. Exiting a slide and being able to float directly into your next ride is a very special experience. The trade-off though is that your next ride is a minimum of 10 minutes away, even if the park is completely empty. Grabbing a bunch of rides in succession is impossible, but that is a small price to pay for how easy and fun it is to get around the river. Schlitterbahn South Padre is most likely the best designed water park in history.
So there are a total of 4 water coasters at the park, but one of them you have to exit the river to get to, and this is where you have to get off. But between the Pirates Plunge and the Sea Blaster, when you see those, then you have to exit up here. We'll go ahead and show you where this one is. Okay, so once you get up out of the water, turn around and then go climb these stairs to the Tempest. This is really the only major attraction in the outdoor portion of the park that you have to climb stairs to get to, other than the small body slides that we saw. The Tempest might be the fastest of the water coasters, but it also might be the shortest. All of the main attractions are generally connected by the main river, although there are some alcoves that you can get on and off, and you can walk around the central island to get from attraction to attraction faster in some cases. Schlitterbahn has the Shrimp House restaurant. This is a sit-down restaurant that overlooks some of the rest of the park. And here is the Boogie Bahn. This has its own building, which is kind of surprising. Let's go ahead and take a look. So the signs say that this is the longest Boogie Bahn at all the Schlitterbahn parks. We've got some rad dudes surfing the waves today. Much better than the people we saw at the New Braunfels park. See if we can do one more trick for us. Alright, this one is a difficult one to learn on. The profile is short and it's unforgiving. Also, they let people stay on for quite a long time. So if you're new to this might not be the best part to do it. There's also this barrel type section here. This has not been running today, although maybe busier times they operate this or they do competitions on it. I'm not really sure. Also over here is a walkway that goes to the actual beach. This is the Gulf of Mexico in front of us here. Looking back across the Rio Beach, the Boogie Bahn is behind us. There's this interactive water play area. And there's also a swim-up bar over here. That's not the only one here at the park. So here's a closer view of the Sandcastle Cove. The Sandcastle Cove area also has 3 small body slides. These are nothing slides, and they're also kind of rough. They have rough seams that beat you up a little bit. Almost impressive that a slide can have both of those characteristics actually, but they are in the kids area, so you probably shouldn't be expecting too much anyway. The Sea Trek is a snorkeling experience. You can go into the water and see some wildlife up close. This was closed today, so I was not able to do it, unfortunately. But if you have, please leave a comment. The Lily Pad is a children's water play area that's by the Tempest water coaster. So all the attractions we've seen so far are in the outdoor section of the water park. There is also an indoor section over here. This is open year-round. They do have the sides of it open. I would assume they would close that when it's colder and only the indoor section is open. You do have to make this walk to get here. It's maybe like a 5-minute walk through this tunnel that goes underneath the road. And we're about to enter the indoor section and we saw this sign. I noticed this. This is wrong. Slide Tower is not that way. It is the other way. It's this way. So there's only one slide complex in the indoor portion, which houses Blackbeard's Twister and the Lafitte's Cyclone. These are probably the tallest and fastest slides on property here, even though they're only about 50 feet tall. The Cyclone in particular was a wild ride. It threw me almost out of my tube as I was coming down. Here's a map of the indoor portion. Not a whole lot here, but it is open year-round, so if you need your water park fixed any time of year, come on down to South Padre. Pirates Cove is the name of the indoor play area. Nice little piratey theme. Arr! The Turin River is probably the strongest attraction here in the indoor section. This is sort of a cross between a lazy river and a wave pool. This strong current carries you up and down throughout this 2 to 3 minute experience. There's also a more lazy version of the lazy river that feeds into the Turin River here. The Palapa is home to this intriguing statue. Look at that, don't see that at every kind of water park. And also a swim-up bar. So someone made this beautiful sandcastle that says University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Very impressive piece of work. Megablast is also in the indoor section. This is a large foam ball play area. Has some guns. These are fun. These are fun. Not opening today though. Not operating, unfortunately. So your kids cannot play on the Megablast, but you can let them play on the scaffolding here. I'm just kidding. They're obviously doing some kind of work in this area. We'll go ahead and close out this video from Schlitterbahn's walkway to the beach. So this water park is the biggest water park in the world, and honestly none of their attractions are particularly outstanding in and of each of themselves. But still, this is the most unique water park I have ever been to. It's certainly special that they have one river that connects all the rides. You can get in and get out straight back onto the river. And so there's 3 water coasters on the river. There's another water coaster not on the river. There's 2 tubing runs on the river, plus all of the indoor section and the boogie pond. So there's plenty to do here to make a full day of this park. I strongly encourage you to come out here to check out this unique water park on South Padre Island if you have the opportunity. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so. See all our great content from all over the country, and I'll see you next time. This is Ranger signing off from the beaches of South Padre Island.